Hello!
Hello!
Welcome to this week's video. We have a very exciting episode.
Very exciting.
Today is the day that all 8 of the giant cypress trees behind our house are coming down.
All 7 of the giant cypress trees down behind our house are coming down.
We'll tell you why we're doing this.
And we'll take you through the process of how the trees are coming down. We're not doing it because we're not professionals. We've done the prep and we're going to do the clear up, but neither of us is going to cut down a 60-metre tall cypress tree. That's why we've got Raphael in to do that for us. Let's go cut down some trees, which will then hopefully become something cool.
I'm actually quite scared. I mean, I knew I would be, it's not a surprise, but like, they're taking these down and the house is right there. That's my main fear, is it falling on the house. My frame was like barely even wide enough. So the biggest question is, why are we doing this?
Because it's fun.
No, be serious.
Why are we cutting down 7 perfectly lovely, healthy trees? Okay, there's 2 main reasons. The first is that they drop all of their pine cones and pine needles on the roof. And what that does is it just builds up on the roof and has built up on the roof over time. And that means water and rainwater and moisture gets trapped in amongst the tiles, and it makes the tiles really porous, which will necessitate us changing all the tiles in a few years because they'll start to fall apart, break up and rot. So we don't want to be paying for a new roof every 10-15 years. Also, they're so close to the house, aren't they?
Yeah, they're about sort of between 5 and 8 metres from the house. Obviously, as you can see, they're sort of 20-metre tall trees. So you can imagine the root system that goes below that, and that is way too close to the house, and it's causing sort of subsidence and cracks in the foundations and the walls of the house, which is obviously a huge issue.
Blocks a bunch of light as well. With the plans we've got for the house, this doesn't quite work.
What are we going to do with this wood then?
That is the eternal question. We've got options. It's not the best structural timber, but it might be really good for floorboards, we're thinking. So we got some really big long trunks that could work really well, and we can process that. That's for another video further down the line, and we've really got to think about where we do it because we're planning years in advance now, but we've got the wood to do it. So we really want to make the most of these trees. And comments below, what would you do with cypress wood?
That'd be helpful, actually.
That'd be really helpful. Yeah.
We will definitely be putting this to good use. Like, we want those trees to be part of the house and in some form.
To live on in their death.
Might be an obvious question given our absolute confidence in all of our abilities, but why are we choosing not to do this particular job, George?
I didn't buy a big enough chainsaw, is the big thing. I have a 20-inch blade on my chainsaw and it won't cut them down, but mainly because I'm not a professional tree surgeon and neither is Jazz.
This is a job out of our,
the felling of the trees is
our
a job
safety
outside our
shoes and
comfort
chainsaw will not cut it for this one.
No, so we've got professionals in to do that, local guys that live in one of the villages nearby. We had a few people around and these guys we really like. So let's go and catch up with the progress. What have we done to prep for this?
So our main job has been to clear the ground around the trees. So where the 7 of them sit, at the bottom of it was just a complete jungle, brambles, thorns, vines, plants, everything. And we have gone in and we have taken all that out. It took us about a week with some help from my parents as well.
Oh, classical pottery. Do you reckon
Pottery.
that's worth something?
Roman times.
Yeah, definitely.
A weight? 1 kg weight.
2.2 pound weight. Okay, just casually out here.
Chili
There's bits of
pepper?
tiles. Chili pepper. It's like somebody's just lived in this space alone.
So we have cleared all that ground. We've left in a few trees that we're hoping will survive this carnage that we would like to save. But yeah, that's been our main piece of preparation.
Yeah, like so we can then, when the trees come down, we can then access them and we can start clearing them out. Otherwise, it was just a thorny jungle.
Yeah. So what are our jobs going to be after these trees come down?
Our jobs after these trees come down with the trees are going to be then chipping all of the branches that we won't use, cutting all the other stuff up into firewood for the next couple of years.
Or the
big chunky branches, something that sort of size, or so, down to about 3 inches, 2 to 3 inches. Everything below that is going to get chipped, which will then be paths and such like for the flower beds, the vegetable garden, that sort of thing, for the forest, exactly. So we're going to put all the wood back into, it's not being carted away, it's all going to stay on the land and go back into the soil.
Basically, it is a huge job to try it for us to process the branches after this.
Keep the next 3 weeks of videos of just us.
We won't bore you with all
branches.
of it, but it is a massive job. But it's because we just need to save the money and put it towards other things. And we're not underestimating the amount of work that's going to be.
And I've always wanted to buy a wood chipper.
How much wood can George chip wood if George?
All of it.
Okay, let's go see what they do.
Okay, let's go. Bye. Excellent tractor driving, well done. Forward in first. Nice. Yeah, go swing round. That's not me. I'm not that skinny. We're going to clear this out so we can access both sides. Get more branches out. Talk to me, Jazz.
It is pretty epic having these down. Like, the view is so opened up. Yeah, I love it. I thought I didn't know if I didn't expect to like love it. I just thought it would be cool, like nice. But it's like, look at that. It's amazing.
Ignore the rubbish. Yes. Look at that.
It's really, it's a whole other aspect of the house. Because it used to be so dark this side of the house, and now I can really see how it's going to be really light.
Yeah. With the summer sun a bit more vertical.
Yeah, and even
It's
without,
a whole nother area of garden that wasn't here when we moved in.
I love it. I can really see this bit of the garden coming to life.
Beautiful.
the end of day one. Unfortunately, the day got cut a little bit short because it was too windy. We got a visit from Le Mistral, and so it was just too dangerous for the guys to work, which was totally fair enough. But they got 3 trees down, there's 4 to go, and it gave us a chance to start clearing the branches from the trees that they've already dropped. And they'll be back tomorrow for the next 4. We're back at it, day 2. Yeah, it's 8:30 and the biggest tree is about to come down.
Genre ça pour stop et ça pour la... Vas-y. Stop. Ok. Si je te dis rien, c'est que c'est bon. Vas-y, un poil. Vas-y, vas-y, vas-y. Impeccable.
Yeah.
Rewatch me, good boy.
That's it, nearly.
I know, one more. Woo woo.
Rory's decided that she wants to be the one with the chainsaw cutting it down. Run, run, run. She's going to be a arborist, a tree surgeon when she's older. Last one, coming down. Let's come back. This is the Provençal cypress that they've been kind of cutting away at. All the others are cypress bleu, blue cypress, Californian cypress. And there's been a little bit of rot in the middle of them, which we'll show you guys. But this is the last one to go. We are sort of halfway on a day trip out to go up the mountain behind us with the family, but we're waiting for the last tree to come down. These little socks.
Bring the girls out to see
They're
this.
going to drop it down the hill behind us, away from the house. It's going to be...
I'm really excited. This is the one I'm most kind of excited about to see kind of. Maybe I feel the most confident now because I've taken 6 down, so
Yeah, true.
I'm a bit more
And
chilled.
there's a little elder tree below it for elderflower, so that is we're saving that, and they're just pulling that to the side by anchoring it to an ash tree. And getting out of the way, so when they drop it, hopefully it don't die.
Oh my goodness!
Well, that was an eventful day, wasn't it?
That was eventful.
Won't lie, we've had like 24 hours to sort of
Sit on it.
and do a little bit of other work. But man, that was...
My heart rate was so high. It was like my sports watch on. It was like 125 when the first tree was coming down. I was so stressed.
Yeah.
But the guys were amazing.
They were.
Like, they got them all down.
Yeah.
Really well. Nothing hit the house.
No, props to
No one
Raphael
was
and
injured.
Sylvain for that. They kept us safe when we need to be safe,
Yeah.
but they also let us like clear the site and get moving and like move branches and stuff away. But I mean, talking moving branches, just look at the view.
How do you feel now they're down?
How do I feel? I feel it went better than we could have hoped.
Yeah.
Right? I
Agree.
think that's probably the big one. It went better than we could
Yeah.
have hoped, and the outcome is better than we could have dreamed, actually.
I'm really surprised by how much I like this area. Like it's opened it up so much, and it's gone from being this really quite dark and kind of oppressive, to be honest, because the trees were not pretty either, area.
They were looming over everything.
Into this like sort of raised part of the garden that now has these amazing views out towards the Alps, and also the views up to the Lure, which
Up
is the
to our mountain.
It's just, and I really love that more than I was expecting. Like
Yeah.
our views, because they're always so focused outwards, like to, you know, that's the sort of bigger viewpoint, whereas actually looking upwards to the mountain that we live on is really beautiful.
Yeah, it is really beautiful, and that helps when we start to develop this side of the house and the barn, and we open up this side. We've got this beautiful view of a mountain, like, and it's not an oppressive mountain. It's a nice slope moving up away from us. It's really changed our perspective on what this area of the garden can be and how much space there is in here. We've like, I don't know, we've added an awful lot of usable space.
And it's so light, and we'd never planned on having a terrace for us around this area, this side, but actually I think we might look at putting something in here to take in the view and
For the
have a
sun-
little
for the
seating,
morning
a little
and-
seating spot.
Little quiet bit. It's all, there'll also be kind of shady.
Yes.
Like summertime shady, but with a beautiful view down behind us. And you've got, I mean, look at the sunlight we have here. When we moved in here, you would have had sunlight to basically where Jazz is.
Yeah.
And then it's all tree, all grey.
So dark.
We've got to make decisions about what we do here now. We've got some ideas, which
Yeah.
we'll bring to you in later videos.
But basically, the majority of the spaces will be for a gîte.
Yeah. For people to come and stay and enjoy this part of the garden. It's now a beautiful part of the garden to enjoy.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you for joining us for that dramatic episode. It was pretty epic, and we are really pleased with the results.
Thank you for watching the video. Leave your comments down below on what you think we should do with the land and what we should do with the tree trunks. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.